You're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Powered by Ecstasy Media Productions. Let's get this rock up rolling. Let's get this rock up rolling. Let's get this rock. And now for your host, DJ Dog.
Hey, I'm Doc, and I'm the host of Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you. I really do appreciate it. In terms of announcements, later on in the show, I'll be joined by Frank and Billy from Tarzan Reno. You might recognize Frank. He's been on here a few times with his band Drown Again. But before then, let me get you started off here right, guys. I've got the newest single from Vitruvia. Their newest single, The Tide is what it's called. So I'll catch you guys back here in a bit. You're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Rock on.
My past is on my future. But if I just wait to everything, but I always find myself in my valley of happiness, searching, always searching for a guide to this kind of birth. This is a never-ending battle. My mind keeps bringing me down. There's nothing left. slipping away, riddled by the sounds of all the dreams from day to day. Burn out. There was a promise that was made, just another side of me you can't see now. Taking over, turning black and blue. Just take it away. Locked within my mind, I feel consumed. Just take it away. Inside, outside, am I upside down? No, starting to break. Take my hand, I think I'm falling through. This part of me burns out. When will I wake? I can't take the pain. What is real starts drifting away. I'm weakened by the gravity of every passing day. Burn out. Set me free now. Taking over, turning black and blue. Just take it away. Locked within my mind, I feel consumed. Just take it away. Inside, outside, am I upside down? No, starting to break. Take my hand, I think I'm falling through. This part of me burns out.
Hey, this is Mercedes from Door 13 and
Alec.
Gus.
Vernal. And you're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show.
A new day is rising, it is melting the chill of the dawn. But still the nature's crying as the summer is justiced by the fall. The wound is still bleeding, lassitude is slaving through the day. Afraid of sleeping, the chill keeps me awake. Now I close my eyes, I regret the words that were left to be unsaid. We're leaving, we're turning backs on our home. The valleys, the meadows, the blaze of freedom goes down with the sun. I'm falling, I reach for your hand. Platoon of shadows, we are riding the sleep, and we will rise from the deep. We
darkness, the astral wandering, just to fight within. Platoon of shadows, we are riding the sleep, and we will rise from the deep. We awake from the darkness, the astral wandering, just to fight within.
Hey, I'm Doc here on Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. And today, guys, I'm joined by none other than Tarzan and Reno, Frank and Billy. Thank you guys so much for being here on the show. Welcome, Billy. Welcome back, Frank.
Hello, hello.
Hey, thanks for having us.
Hey, it's no problem. So how are you guys?
Good. Enjoying the summer. Just had the 4th of July weekend. It was all good.
Awesome. How
Trying to stay cool.
Yeah, that's very important. This, especially lately. So tell me about Tarzan and Reno, Frank. I know you're from Drown Again. And Billy, what about your past history with music? Tell us where you guys originated this project.
Well, I've been in Reno, Nevada since 1993. And I've gone through a couple bands. I had my own band called Midnight Riders for over 20 years. And then that band disbanded. And when my wife and I had our little girl, and I decided I'd be a stay-at-home dad instead of traveling around touring.
Right.
And then another band came knocking, and a band called Reckless Envy. That it's a cover band here in Reno, Nevada, and we travel all over the place, California, Arizona. We've gone up to Oregon and whatnot. But then suddenly, and I met. Speaking of Oregon, I met Frank through a mutual friend at a wedding, actually, in Oregon a couple of years ago. And we just started chatting about music. It was kind of funny. I pulled up on a motorcycle and another couple of buddies that we rode up on our bikes for the wedding. And Frank was just walking up and he's like, oh, came over and checked his bike. We started talking about bikes originally, and then we started talking about music, and we just chatted, and then we became friends through social media. And just kind of following each other. And then out of the blue, he reached out and asked me if I wanted to do a little work with him. So here we are.
Very nice. Very nice. So where did the Tarzan part come from?
I'll let Frank tell that story.
So Tarzan, I ride with a group of fellow riders, and we were riding to Seattle. I live on the west side of Washington, or the east side of Washington. And you have to go over the mountain chain to get to Seattle. And it was going to be raining and hailing. And so anyone that's ever rode, if you wear chaps, your legs are covered, but your groin area is not typically.
Oh, God.
And so I cut this piece of leather and attached it somehow so it looked like a Tarzan loincloth, right? And everybody was laughing at me and whatnot. And we get up to the top of the mountain and everybody's soaked. And I looked at them. I was like, am I the only one with dry balls? And they were like, oh, shit. And so, and so they all went and made something similar. And so that became my road name was Tarzan.
Oh, Lord.
And so it's kind of stuck ever since.
Oh, man. I should have known this is where I should have known when I had you on here, Frank. I should have known that this is where this interview was going to go.
Talking about his wet balls.
Yeah. It's good to have you here. So, tell us a little bit about your music. What sort of themes and sounds are you wanting to put into the music here? How is it any different than what you were doing, Frank, with Drown Again?
Well, I kind of am all over the place. Just depends on, I get a song in my head, I record it, and or I usually have a vibe I'm going for. And then as I started working with Billy and, learning where his vocal ranges are and the feel that I can get out of his voice, that kind of determines what songs I kind of keep, like, okay, this is going to be good with him. And I'll send him a sample and kind of maybe a lyric idea or the feeling or emotion I'm going for. And then we work together, and so it's kind of a collaboration. Billy has a great voice for, I'm not going to throw like death metal at him. That's not his thing, but he has a good rock voice. He has a good range, and he can, he grasps what I'm trying to do really quick.
Right.
And so normally we start putting songs together. It happens really fast.
Very nice.
Which is great, because that usually tells you you're on the right path.
Mm-hmm. Very nice.
So, I mean, if you're having to work really hard to finish a song, it's probably not something you should finish anyways.
Yeah. Yeah, I know that feels.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been there,
Yeah.
done that. So
Yeah.
So you've got 2 new songs out. Why did you do like a double release?
Well, so we've got, we released the 3, and we wanted to get this out because there's certain dates that you have to have released X amount of material for like certain awards, Grammys, things like that.
Right.
And we wanted to make sure we were covered in that basis.
Crossing all our T's and dotting all the I's.
Yeah, just make sure we meet the criteria. We've got award shows coming up, and we just want to make sure that, we weren't lacking anywhere. And I was like, well, we don't have time to roll these out. And so, it's summer, we're just going to dump them. And, so far the response has been great.
Yeah, I was getting ready to ask you, what has been the reception of it so far?
Oh, it's been great. I mean, because a lot of times radio, especially in radio, they're always looking for new music, and to hand them over 2 at a time, they're like, wow, this is great,
Believe me,
And they're two very different songs too, right? Like one's very, driving rock, kind of a summer tune, and the other one's kind of a feel good, happy kind of, so they are very quite different songs, and lyrically and the feel of it all too, right? In my opinion.
Right.
Yeah.
Believe me, I know.
No, that was the thing. It was summer. I was like, let's drop them. It's that way that we're on our time crunch, and these are great songs for the summer.
Right. Yeah, and believe me, I know all about that when it comes to radio wanting new music. I mean, that's what I do here.
Yeah.
That's what I do here, right? So
Yep, right.
So are you guys just releasing singles at this point, or do you guys plan on recording an album or an EP?
Well,
what's the plan?
So we're basically compiling all this as an EP that's actually dropping July 29th. So that'll be an EP. And then, we're still sitting on 20 songs but we've already got we got the ISSA awards coming up, and whatever happens there, then maybe some other things.
Right. Yeah.
And then we've also been working with a new radio station in New Zealand that just opened a bunch of radio in India, and they're in charge of the festivals that are going to happen in India.
Oh.
And so we will be touring, we're on their short list of ones that'll, they're going to pay and come over, and because I guess the Indian government's really trying to build a music scene there, with Western music, and then that also gives them an outlet for their music.
Right.
Yeah, it's interesting. Yeah, and you start finding out it's a smaller world than you think.
Yeah, I'm sure. Yeah, I know. I know our mutual friend Tim Steinrich and the Mighty One. I think they were heading out to India, or they did not too long ago. So yeah. Yeah. So
yeah, I know they've been down hitting Colombia and South America real hard. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good for them.
Yeah, good for them. I mean, they're getting out there, and they're, that's what I want to see, is bands like yourself and other awesome bands like the Mighty One. I want to see you guys go international. So that's amazing.
Yeah.
So,
it's just, honestly, it's about covering cost. It's not cheap to tour around. It's
nope.
And so if you can get the money and you don't have to make a fortune, but just as long as you don't go broke trying to do it,
Yeah.
A paid vacation would be fun. A free vacation.
Right.
You get a record label that's able to pay all of it, but that would.
Well, yeah.
Yeah. But do you guys plan on releasing any lyric videos, or do you guys plan on filming any music videos if you haven't already?
We just finished up a lyric video. Well, it's kind of a cartoon AI lyric video for our one Whiskey Ride, and basically we wanted to, you got all this talk about AI and all that. It was like we never messed with it, so we just wanted to kind of noodle with it. And it spit out some cool stuff. I'm like, yeah, we're going to use it. for video. We don't use any AI for music. I kind of deem that kind of pointless, really. But
Yep.
I do too.
If you got guys that can play, then just play.
So is
Yeah, I mean, we also did two different videos as well for Dystopia and Houses, and we did some AI visually in those videos. Was a great. Frank's a great producer and of music, obviously, and on the video as well. And he put together a couple great videos for our stuff. We got together in December and shot a couple videos for our first two releases. Our second and third release.
Yeah.
And then now this next video is coming out. It's all AI visually, which is kind of fun because Whiskey Ride, we're both married. It's kind of a naughty song, in some aspects. That in fact, I just had my wife's family reunion up in Idaho last weekend for the 4th of July weekend. And my wife's cousin was like, I was trying to listen to a little blurb of it, and it kind of upset me a little bit, talking about two girls. I'm like, whoa, wait, it's not me, it's a character, right? It's like, so the AI video is actually perfect because it's not Frank or I, and it's a cartoon character, a biker, chasing down whiskey, riding his motorcycle, doing the fun stuff. So it's kind of fun that way. It keeps us from being either demonized or getting divorced.
There you go. Yeah. Well, I mean, you're partly there because you've got whiskey on hand right now. So
I do, yes.
Yeah.
Wait, here.
There you go.
There you go.
Yeah.
No, the music, the concept for that song, I had originally wrote like right as we were coming out of the COVID lockdown.
Yeah.
And I wanted to do, I was like, people are going to want to just party and have fun. After being locked down and not being able to do things. And that was the whole drive behind that song. And, it just kind of sat there. It never, the music was done, but it just never got finished vocally and whatnot. And so, but that, I originally wrote that just with that in mind. It was a fun, just cutting loose, breaking out, going on a whiskey bender, partying, having a good time. And that was the motivation behind the song.
As you do, yeah.
And then Billy heard it and he's like, "Oh, this is killer. We're doing it,"
Yeah.
Yeah, and the words came rather quickly. Like the lyrics came fast, and I kept throwing things back to Frank, and he's like, "I like this, I like that, and let's try something different here." So it's great because neither one of us. I mean, we all have egos, but I mean, he and I, when we're working together, our egos definitely get checked. So he keeps me on track, and vice versa, and he has way more experience with songwriting, producing than I do. So it's been a lot of fun, a big learning curve for me. I've done some recording in the past, but it's been not quite I've done some stuff with my other bands, but it's never had the success that this has, and we didn't have the producer that Frank is. So I think he's a great producer. He's got a great ear and great ideas, and obviously it's working really well.
Very cool. Very cool. And most people, maybe some people, I wouldn't say most, maybe some people might think that it's just the two of you. It's not just the two of you, is it?
Well, we get it's the two of us mainly, and then we have Billy's got a whole network of musicians. I've got a network of musicians, and we bring them in, and then as we get ready to go play, we've already got a core group of guys that'll go do the live stuff, like touring across the country or across the world and whatnot.
Yeah, it's kind of an all-star. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh yeah, it's an all-star cast for sure.
Okay, very cool. Very cool.
Sometimes I know how like this guy plays bass, right? And so I'm hearing that vibe in a song, and I'm like, okay, I got to have Mike do this, and and fortunately we have a good kinship with these guys, which is great.
Yeah, and you got a background with Drown Again too. I don't know if you still work with any of those guys.
Not so much. our singer there, he went through a nasty divorce, and he had to relocate countries, and he just spiraled for a long time. He's doing much better now, but he started an electronics business, and he's getting that up and going, and so he just hasn't had time to do music, which I hope he's successful, and maybe in the future we do something.
So he's not in witness protection. We want to lay that down
right.
first. He's not hiding out. He didn't run to another country and hide out. And he witness protection.
No.
Yeah, he wasn't.
Turn state's evidence.
Yeah, he wasn't. Like, He wasn't a member of the mafia or anything like that. So.
No. It was weird because he was in Ireland, and then he got a job offer at a recording studio in Spain, and apparently it's a pretty cool place, and so he did that for a while, and then he because he's highly educated, he's got engineering degrees, and he decided to go out on his own and do this solar and all this, because he's in a place where that's perfect, and so he's been busy, and we still talk all the time. He just like, I just don't have time to do it.
Yeah. What country did he relocate to?
Spain.
Spain. That's right. You said that.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
Is that a Three Dog Night song?
Yeah. Do what
Well,
now?
I've never been to Spain,
You should
but I
write some.
kind of like the music. Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, I was gonna go ahead and play your song "Whiskey Ride" since we've been talking so much about it. So without
And I am drinking whiskey, so yeah, we better. That's
yeah.
a good segue.
Cheers.
Yeah, cheers.
And it's an Irish whiskey too. Talking about your former guitar singer from Ireland, it's Irish whiskey. Perfect.
All right, guys. I'm Doc here on Ecstasy Radio. I'm joined today by Frank and Billy from Tarzan and Reno. So this is Tarzan and Reno, their song Whiskey Ride. We've been talking about it. We'll catch you guys back here in a bit. You're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Enjoy.
too deep out. We got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, I'm gonna mess around. Yeah, I'm going to Jackson. Look out, Jackson Town.
Well, come on down to Jackson. Go ahead and wreck your hill. Go play your hand, you big talking man. Make a big fool of yourself. Go to Jackson. Go comb your hair.
Honey, I'm gonna snowball Jackson.
See if I can.
When I breeze into that city, people gonna stoop and bow. All them women gonna make me teach them what they don't know how. I'm going to Jackson, introducing my coat, 'cause I'm going to Jackson.
Goodbye, it's all street road. Well, left at you in Jackson, and I'll be dancing on a bony kid. They'll lead you round town like a scolded hound with your tail tucked between your legs. Go to Jackson, you big talking man. I go to Jackson, the OJ baby.
Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. We've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. I'm going to Jackson, and that's a fact. Yeah, we're going to Jackson, ain't never coming back. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. And we've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out. Well, we got married in a fever, hotter than a pepper sprout. And we've been talking about Jackson ever since the fire went out.
Open your eyes and see. What are you waiting for? You're lying in disbelief, watching shadows stretch across the floor. Hidden in lies deceiving. Now that you know the truth, you swear that you'll never be fooled again until you see the proof. And though they say the pain will fade, you will never be the same. And so you close the door and drown inside your own emotions. The only place that you can hide. I tried to shut it out, but it's coming down to how much I can bear. When I know that you're not there. Open your heart and feel it. The hurt that was bound to come. You think you're a lonely fool, but I promise you're not the only one. Time to swallow your anger. Yeah, you need to bury your pride. You swear that you'll never be fooled again. To feel this pain inside. And know the hurt they say will fade. You will never be the same.
Hey, I'm Doc here on Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show, and I'm joined today by none other than Frank and Billy from Tarzan and Reno. They were talking about stuff from Drown Again in the break. Would you like to share with the audience exactly what you were talking about?
Yeah, well, you'd asked about working with those guys, and our bass player Eric. We had a couple songs where he thought, his voice would fit. They're a little different vibe than Rob. Rob's got a more gravelly rock voice. Eric's a little more higher pitched, but we got a couple that he really enjoyed singing, so we might drop those on the Drown Again moniker.
Would it be called something different? Would it be Tarzan Drown Again? Tarzan Drowning Again?
Drowning Tarzan.
Drowning Tarzan. Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
Tarzan Drowning Eric. What is it?
All right. Classic.
What's the monkey's name? Come on. Dang it.
Oh.
Cheetah. Was it Cheetah?
I think it might have been
Tarzan and Cheetah. Yeah.
Audience, comment down below if you know the name of the monkey. But
the monkey and Tarzan, yes. And we're not talking about Jane either. We're talking about the monkey.
Yeah.
All right.
So I was gonna ask you, when it comes to your music here in Tarzan and Reno, what are your influences?
Well, because I kind of do an analysis. I always do an analysis of my vocalist, right?
Yeah.
And I really feel like he thrives in what I would maybe call Foo Fighter, 3 Days Grace kind of realm, mainstream.
Yeah.
Fuel. So, once I know my singer's strengths, then I start writing to those strengths.
Mm-hmm.
And so
wait. Are you saying I have a weakness? Wait a minute.
Yeah.
What are you saying, Frank?
Yeah.
Opera?
Yeah, Frank.
Opera.
I could wear tighter underwear if you need me to sing a little higher.
No, and so I'm just kind of living right in that realm, because that seems to be the sweet spot of where Billy nails it.
Yeah.
So, and as far as we tend to. Frank uses me tracks and with an idea, song title and idea, and we kind of run with it from there. And I growing up for me, I'm a country boy at heart. So I grew up listening to Merle Haggard, Johnny Cash, Waylon Jennings, and Chris Christopherson. The storytellers. So I tend to write that way. I want a story. I want to run that way. So that's what I tend to gravitate towards. And maybe if I get too detailed, Frank's great about whoa, let's dummy that down. Or not, I shouldn't say dummy that down, but maybe let's simplify it. Let's do this. And and it works really well.
Yeah.
Well, that way you give the listener space to bring in their own experiences.
Yeah.
You don't want to spell it out 100%. Yeah.
Right. And then that's the thing to try to keep it general. Like, in my opinion, Whiskey Riot is a great example of, we could be talking about a motorcycle. We could be talking about a guy sitting at a bar drinking, looking at 2 bottles of whiskey saying, which one do I want? Flip a coin. Now, am I going to go left or to the right one? And, you can really open it up multiple different ways. And I think most of our songs are that way, in my opinion. I never want to say hate, but I usually, one of my biggest things I didn't like when I listened to, remember the VH1 Behind the Music, and they had Rob Thomas on there from Matchbox 20, and I loved his song 3 a.m. And I was like, oh man, that's a great song. But then he told me, and then he tells what it's about, and I was like, well, that's a bummer. It's just and now when I hear it, that's all I hear now, and it changed the song for me. So I don't like to be too poignant of what we're the idea that we're coming across with. I like to like Frank just said, let the listener have their own interpretation.
Yeah, and that makes perfect sense. I've already asked you this, Frank, but I haven't asked Billy this yet. Who inspired?
Yes, the answer is yes.
Yeah, who inspired? Who?
He's single and available.
No. We're not going there.
Oh.
Yeah, we're not. No, we've already gone to making Tarzan loin straps because your balls are wet. So yeah, no, we're not doing that. No, what I was gonna ask is, Billy, who inspired you to start writing and playing music in the first place?
Yeah, again, I grew up with guys like Merle Haggard, Waylon Jennings, Buddy Holly, Elvis. Although Elvis didn't write any of his own material, I'm still a huge Elvis fan.
Yeah.
And then, as I grew in my teens, listening to guys like David Coverdale from, White, and all the rock and roll songwriters, Bryan Adams, Tom Petty, and those kind of guys. I mean, you realize how these guys are actually the ones singing and writing these songs and then performing them. And that's when and then I got into the rock, and then I went back in my later years back to the country side of things, and again sort of reintroducing my roots again. But yeah, I listen to them all. I listen to everything from Dean Martin and Frank Sinatra to Bryan Adams to Def Leppard to Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard. I'm kind of all over the board, so I have lots of different influences for me. So it's kind of fun to all the original recording stuff I used to do was mostly on the countryside, and now working with Frank, it's definitely on the rock side. So it's kind of fun putting my influence, kind of my country influence in there a little bit as a storyteller into rock music. It's been fun.
Yeah, I'm sure. And you mentioned that you're a fan of Waylon Jennings. Well, I know you don't know this, but my dad, rest in peace, he recorded an album with his band in Nashville a couple years ago.
Oh, very cool.
Yeah, he did. So
that's cool.
Yeah, he did, and yeah, he's since passed away. But
I'm sorry.
No, it's fine. It
but
is.
and that's the great thing about music too, right? Like, even if nobody ever hears it, it's something that see. Like, you're a perfect example of this. Is you can go, you missed your dad. Not many people can say that they have recordings of their parents after you lose them. I have a voicemail from my mother who passed away in 2009. It was wishing me a happy birthday on my last birthday that she was around. And I beat myself up over it because I didn't answer the phone. But now I have this voicemail that I save on my phone. And you have a whole album to listen to your dad. Yeah. How great is that? Not many people can say that. And that's a great thing that Frank's kids are going to be able to say, his grandkids are going to be able to say, my daughter, her kids, my grandkids, and on. And that will all, and now because of the digital age, it will always be there. Hopefully. I mean, unless we, World War III and the whole planet is destroyed. But
yeah.
But we don't go dark that way. But how great is it that you can download that song or however you have it, and you can play it whenever you want to, and you hear your dad's voice.
Yeah, it immortalizes you. It really does.
Oh, for sure. Yeah. And no one can ever take that away from you.
No, and the same thing with radio. I mean, people. I mean, after I'm gone, I'm sure people are still going to be able to look me up and be like, "Oh yeah, there's Ecstasy Radio."
Yeah, exactly. There's Doc. Hey, here's your dad. That's my dad. Whether you met them or not yet, no.
No, it's funny. When I was growing up, my father was a traveling country and western guy, and I remember as a kid packing gear into clubs and setting up and jamming with the guys. But country music, very, very little of it, really stuck with me. I jumped on the rock train real early.
You're exactly like me. I mean, that's exactly. My dad was very country music, but he also did he also listened to a lot of Elton John and
there you
a
go.
lot of 70s and 80s stuff. And me, I jumped right on the rock bandwagon, and I didn't look back. So
it's right. You boys will grow up one day and come to the countryside.
Okay. Yeah. Well,
is there country music anymore? All I hear is
it's
country
pop.
rap, and
no, the country rap I call crap. But
I'm I'm freaking out as to what's happening in the country world.
It's all. I mean, it's all pop music anymore. It's very. Although there's some country guys now like Zach Top, very traditional kind of guys. But yeah, you're right. It's when you listen to Morgan Wallen, to me that's pop music with a twang, right?
Yeah.
It's
For the longest
Yeah.
time, it felt like country was like trying to merge with rock for a while, you know.
Right.
And
Yep.
yeah, I have no idea what's going on with country, and I don't keep up with that.
well, but now again too, like what's the rock bands, the mainstream rock bands nowadays?
I
The
don't know.
Foo Fighters, and when's the last time you've heard them on the radio?
Yeah.
You know, it's that's one thing I really am enjoying about rediscovering independent music, because you're hearing artists again that are writing, recording, and producing their own stuff.
Mhm.
That maybe it's not perfect, but it's there. And there's also having solos back, and that's one thing that's been missing in music, in my opinion. In the last few years, they have an artist that sings, and then they have a guest rapper come in and they rap. Even in country music now, they keep bringing in these guys to rap, and you're going, "Where's the solos? Where's the musicianship?" In my opinion,
Yeah.
so you don't have those ripping guitar solos like you used to have, right? Like,
Right. Yeah. You'll find that in independent music, and
yes,
to meet your point there, Billy, this show, Ecstasy Radio, was not supposed to be not for the long term. It wasn't supposed to be an independent music show.
Oh, really?
I chose for it to be independent permanently, because it was supposed to, we were supposed to go on for as long as it took us to get the license to play commercial music. And I chose for Ecstasy Radio to remain independent, because I love independent music more than I do the commercial crap that's out there right now.
Well,
Yeah,
it
has
it's
soul,
all
right?
corporate, you know.
Yeah.
It's all
Sorry, Frank.
corporate. It's all corporate, and pretty soon they all sound the same. And we did a magazine interview, and we had a question here recently, you know, and through like just my time playing live, you know, through the 90s, 2000s, playing the whole Northwest. But back then, every time we shared a stage, it was like every band sounded like Pantera.
Yeah.
And every band wanted to sound like Pantera.
Mhm.
And we would look at them and go like, you know, there's already a Pantera, right? You know, like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
And then we hit the phase where every band had to be Linkin Park.
Mhm.
And so
Yeah.
I'm like, when are you writing your stuff? You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, it's okay to grab your influences, but, and so whenever we would play a bill at a rock club where there was, you know, 4 bands or something, we always stood out because we didn't sound like them, you know?
Right.
And that's the thing. It's like, it's okay to have your influences, but now you might as well be doing cover music,
Yeah.
in my opinion. Write what's in your heart, right? You know, what do you feel? I mean,
Yeah.
and you see that so much, and pretty soon everything, that's why these corporate entities start cookie cutter finding all these, you know,
Mhm.
and then you turn the radio on and that's all you hear is like, okay, I heard Linkin Park for 4 hours straight.
Well, and I agree. Even growing up on country in the 90s and 2000s, you listen to country radio for an hour, you probably heard the same guitar player, the same steel player, same fiddle player, same drummer, because they're all
Right.
studio cats, right? Like it was
Studio
back,
guys, yeah.
yeah, studio
Yeah.
guys that because, like you said, as a corporate, it's a machine. They're paying by the hour, so you know they bring in artists in. They just give them the sheet music. Okay, this is it. We want this beat on it, and they hammer it out 1 or 2 takes. Done, right? Each song, and then hammer out an album in a couple hours, if
Yeah.
at the most.
Yes.
And then they go on to the next studio, and these guys play for the next ones, and so that's why when you hear a band, to my opinion, like going back to country, is Chris Stapleton is a great example. He's different from the rest because he is so soulful. He's got his own style, and he actually uses his own band in the studio. Waylon Jennings, he did the same thing. He used his own band in the studio. That's why Nashville kind of, you know, debunked him, or didn't, I guess not debunked him, but kept him at arm's length, wouldn't let him play on the Opry, wouldn't let him do the things. And same with Merle Haggard. They were the Bakersfield sound, right? Those guys, the outlaw music, they were never
Right.
really welcomed in Nashville. So there once in a while there's those guys that come in and go, no, we're gonna do things our way. And to me, that's where independent music is. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what needs to happen, right? That's and you say and you hear the influences, you hear the soul, you hear the storytelling, you hear again, it's like you're going back to the pops and the clicks of an LP, a record, right? It's not perfect. It's good. It doesn't have to be perfect. As long as you get your point across and it sounds good, the average person doesn't hear that mislick or that that maybe that
Right.
note,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but it in my opinion, these artists are kind of shooting themselves in the foot when you now that's why so many of them lip sync in their shows, right? Like
Mm-hmm.
these breathy artists like Britney Spears, to go back to the 90s and 2000s, whatever, and all those breathy artists because that's how you can't sing that live. You can't sing the microphone all breathy.
Yeah.
It's not going to sound right. So that's why they lip sync. That's my opinion.
Independent music, independent artists, in my opinion, it's just more real because they have the freedom to be real. Like
Yeah.
not like what you guys were talking about, corporate and cookie cutter kind of crap. They
And
have the freedom to be
or
themselves. Yeah.
exactly, or being
Yeah.
overproduced. There's another
Yeah.
problem,
Yeah.
right?
Mhm.
So now when you go see their show, they're so overproduced that they have to run tracks, and you look at it and you're going, wait, like I saw Halsey at the Bottle Rock Festival, and it was her and a drummer and a DJ, and she was singing. I'm going,
Mhm.
this is not a band. Like what's going on here, right? Like because it she'd have to have a 12, 15 piece band up there to make it sound like the way people want to hear it, right? So
Yeah.
it really is. They like I said, they're shooting themselves in the foot because it's hard to duplicate live.
Yeah, and you can tell too whenever you're in the live experience when they've got a backing track.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? Like it's just like, why do they have that? Why?
Well, I don't mind the backing track so much if it fits the song, as long as it doesn't run the show.
Yeah.
It's like I get it because 90% of the people in the audience listen with their eyes.
Yeah.
They don't notice that there's no 5 chick backup singers that are singing the whatever thing in the background, and they just don't see it. They don't see it. They don't hear it. Right? They just hear it, and they know that's what they want to sound like. So that's what it sounds like on the radio, and that's them. And
Yeah.
it's fine. I get teach their own, and sometimes tracks are a necessity, I guess. But depending on budgets, etc. So
but you'll find a better audience response and this has been my experience, if they went out there and just did an acoustic version.
Oh yeah.
Oh, for sure.
Oh yeah.
Or
For
some
sure.
spontaneity.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Oh yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
See, and this is probably something my influence got me from early Journey.
Jury duty? What?
No, Journey.
Journey.
Oh,
Journey,
Journey.
not jury duty.
I think the early jury. Oh, okay.
I want my song to spark an emotion, typically.
Yep.
Yeah.
It may not be the exact emotion I felt, but because that's, and people get different things out of music, but mine has always had to have a certain level of feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so going back, like I said, to the spontaneity, I remember the last time I got to see Merle Haggard twice perform live, and what I noticed, so my former guitar player and fiddle player in Midnight Riders, he used to play in Merle Haggard's band back, in the early 90s, and so he kept in contact with all those guys. We went and saw him a couple times, and I was on the bus with him one time. I keep, asked him, Merle was on his own bus. He was showing up late. But the whole band was on the bus. I was talking, like, so, you guys got a set list? They're like, nope. Whatever Merle's thinking, whatever he just kicks it off. And he, watching the show, knowing and being a performer and watching him, it was like, to me, like going to church. I was just standing there in awe because he'd be performing. He'd kick off a song and he'd turn around, and while he was singing, he'd look at the guitar player, the other guitar player, and the guitar player knew that he was going to get the first solo. While the guitar player was doing a solo, he'd look over the keyboard player and give him a nod. And the keyboard player knew he had the next solo. He'd look at the steel player, or if he didn't look at anybody, they're watching him, and either maybe he would take a guitar solo or he would step up to the microphone and start singing again. Like, he had total control of his entire show. And the great thing about it is that you could follow Merle Haggard, see every show for a calendar year, and mark down what songs he wrote or what songs he performed, and you'd never see the same show twice because of that.
Right.
And that's just an entertainer. Of course, when you have a plethora of songs that he had, I mean, he could do that kind of stuff. Yeah, and you can never get through all his hits.
Mm-hmm.
A guy with over 50 number one hits, you can't hit them all. So, but somebody I'm sure he had an idea of what song he's gonna play next, and somebody yelled out a song, and he kick into that song. It was really, really educational for me as an entertainer.
Right. Well, speaking of music, guys, I have to cut us back into the music because this is a radio show.
That's what pays the bills, yeah.
So we'll catch you guys back here in a bit. I'm Doc here on Ecstasy Radio, joined today by Frank and Billy from Tarzan Reno. This is Kelsey Carter and the Heroines with their cover of Blondie's Call Me. So like I said, we'll catch you guys back here in a bit. You're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Enjoy.
Come up off your curve.
Hey guys, I am Doc here on Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. And today, guys, I'm joined by Frank and Billy from Tarzan and Reno. So Frank and Billy, have you ever eaten a cookie that fell on the floor?
It's funny because my wife and I, my wife and daughter and I camp a lot, and it's always amazing to me. You're out camping, cooking on a grill, and shit's falling from the out of the air, and you drop something, you pick it up, you wipe it off, and you throw it back on the grill, and you eat it. But if that happened at home, you'd be like, oh, throw that in the garbage. Isn't that funny how you? But you also had that 3-second rule at home, like, oh, pick it up. I just got to beat the dog to it. That's my problem.
Yeah, there you go.
She's pretty quick.
That was a joke question. That was a joke question, but no. My real question is, in your own words, what are the most important ways that you think that you've grown personally since forming this band?
Me personally, I've
Viagra?
gotten, well,
Does Viagra count? That's growing, right?
Tarzan.
You're late.
No, really
Pump.
grown more. I've gotten better at marketing the band, and I've took strides in production and writing, which is always, it's like climbing stairs.
Yeah.
I don't care how long you've been in music. Every day you learn something new.
Right.
If you're trying to find something new, you learn it. And it's I mean, I can't tell you how many epiphanies I've had in music.
Who's Tiffany?
Yeah. No, it's all, there's always something to learn.
Well, I think when you stop learning, it's like an instrument, right? When you stop learning, you're not doing it anymore either. You're not pushing yourself either. So
Yeah. Just experimenting, layering, I mean, it's an infinite possibilities, really. And
well, for me too, working with Frank has opened up a lot. It's funny because I now my routine is I get up at 4:30 in the morning, I go do my 5 a.m. workout, come home about 6 a.m., see my wife off to work. My daughter's still sleeping, so I'll get in my hot tub in the morning with a cup of coffee, and I'll start listening to our songs, listening to tracks that Frank sent, and then something starts flowing. And that's my alone time in the morning. It's almost my Zen time where I just chill. It's my time watching the sun come up. And it's funny because now where I used to maybe before I met Frank and started working on this project, I would maybe turn the TV on or listen to a podcast or whatever. But with this is giving me a little more purpose. And I've really enjoyed it in finding, like Frank said, like either climbing stairs or chipping at that rock, right? Like there's something in there. Sometimes you feel like Michelangelo with a big piece of granite, and you're just chipping away at it, and then bang, there it is. You're like, oh, and that's the fun part where people now go, oh, have you seen this movie? I'm like, nope. Have you seen this show? Nope. We ain't got time for that now. And now it's because now I feel like there's a bigger purpose. I have all this in my head that sometimes in the middle of the night I'll wake up and I have my phone next to me and I'll pull up on and something will be pop to my head like a lyric or a line, and and I'll write it. I'll put in my notes on my phone, and then sometimes I don't remember. All of a sudden, I open my notes later on the next day. And I'm, oh wow, that's really good. Wow, I don't remember doing that really. Like, oh, that's right. And you should never. Frank and I talked about it before. Is that you never throw anything away. And I've used lines that I thought would be good for this song, and we put it in a different song, and it works so much better. It cut and paste and pulling stuff out it's that layer has been a lot of fun, and exploring using that creative muscle again has been a lot of fun and get a lot of purpose. It's been it's just fun and it's enjoyment. And like I said earlier, it's something that we're creating things that no one can ever take away. So it's really, really enjoying me.
That's awesome. And I can really relate to you on that with not throwing anything away because I'm a musician as well. And I've got a folder on my computer called the Archive, and it's got everything in it that I've ever worked on. Frank, I think I've sent you a few things from it. And it's there for anybody to listen to if they want to. I'm not self-promoting, but yeah, But what I'm saying
Well,
is, I can relate to
if
you.
if you know, not everyone is a creative minded person.
Nope, that's true. Mo-
But if you have that in you, you have to harness it,
Yeah.
and the only way you harness it is just constantly using it.
yeah, it's
You
like
know?
it's like bodybuilding or working out. Your muscle gets stronger. I have always said that for years. I was a professional musician for over 30 years. Sometimes I would work, we'd play 4 shows a night, 6 nights a week, sometimes 7 nights a week. And people would always go, wow, how are you not losing your voice? But it's you, because I use it all the time, and it gets stronger. It's like any other muscle in your, and I think your brain, your creative part of your brain works that way too. The more you use it, the better you get at it, and it just starts flowing and things start going. Especially when you work with someone that you feed off of and you bounce back. And again, that's where the lack of egos come in, and maybe I come up with an idea or a friend comes with an idea and one or the other doesn't like it, or that's good, but let's change it to this. Let's take that word out. And go, oh, that's great. That works so much better. It's that whole thing too. Two minds are better than one sometimes too.
Right. Yeah.
Sometimes working with a creative person is really hard because they have to, it's theirs. They have to control it. So you got to be open to collaborate too. The goal
and sometimes
should
it goes in
be,
a direction that you didn't see happen either, and
yeah,
yeah,
for the better.
yeah, for
Yeah.
sure. Yep.
Yeah.
I could see that. Yeah. I was.
Yeah. And so there's a way of letting go too in that, you lose a little control, but you gained a better product.
Right.
Yep. Yeah, I agreed. Yeah.
I could see
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, I was gonna ask you both. I know I've already asked you this, Frank, but I was gonna ask both of you, what does music mean to you? But I think the better question is, if you could write a definition for what music is in the dictionary, what would it be and why?
Oh man, I think it's a feeling. It's getting your emotions out. I mean, it's very similar. I mean, it's your ears, right? It's one of your key senses. How many times have your sense of smell? You walk into a room and you smell a perfume, and it reminds you of this person or that person or a time. Like whenever I go to a farm and I smell manure, it takes me right back to my grandparents' farm. And that smell is like always brings me to a happy place. And I think music does that. And it can
So
invoke
music is manure.
exactly.
Yeah,
Yes.
yeah.
Good stinky
Music is
manure.
shit, is what it is. No, no.
Well, it invokes an emotion. I mean, how many, you hear a song and there's been several times where I've had to stop and pull over and just listen to the song intently because I don't want to, I want, wow, this is a great song. This is a great rendition or whatever. Or, or it just invokes a certain emotion.
Right.
I think it's emotion to me. That's
Music is the
music is life.
expression. Well, music is the expression of your inner feeling.
Right.
That's
Wait.
to me, that's what it is.
Oh, and that's what you were saying that during this last break was you were alluding to that, and you got your hand whacked by Eric, by Doc.
Yeah.
Sorry.
No, anytime I was saying anytime that I write a song, it's usually inspired by an emotion, a feeling, an experience, and that's the motivation for that song. Now, it may not always translate to the listener. They may get something totally different out of it, and that's fine. But
It's all about interpretation, right?
yeah, but that feeling is what sparked that writing, and sometimes it's anger, sometimes it's love, sometimes it's fun, depression, that's why we always say, most of the best songwriters are really fucked up people, because they're drawing from internal strife. And that's where the best lyrics come from, the best music comes from. I mean, if you got a guy that's just happy-go-lucky all the time, his music usually sucks.
Yeah. Well, you might agree with me, Frank, and Billy, both. Me and Frank's mutual friend, Michael Bate, I think he put it pretty well. He said that music is the universal language.
It is.
Yes,
It's not.
I agree.
Yeah.
I mean, you look at like an orchestra. You can take a violinist from Germany and another violinist from Japan, a cellist from Argentina, compile a whole different orchestra from every country in the world. If they read music, you give them the music, they can make that, they can finish it, like they can perform it. They can't talk to each other, but it's that you're right. I agree with that 100%. It's the universal language. That is one constant between all the countries in the world, I mean, besides religion, I guess.
Yeah.
But one way or the other, and even religion has song and it has music in it. So you can say that really does cross multiple things.
Absolutely. So, how would you guys describe your music to someone who's never heard it before?
I when I get asked that, all the time. So, what do you sound like? I'm like, I usually just tell them it's fairly mainstream rock with a little bit of alternative fed in there, but we're not super heavy. We're not soft rock. We're, anywhere from Three Doors Down to Foo Fighters. That's,
and also I think, like, I go back to is that I feel our music has a story to it.
Yeah.
And, and sometimes deeper than others, in my opinion, but again, I want the listener to have their own interpretation. So they may have a different whole concept to it. So, it can go different ways. But I agree with that. It's a alternative rock. Like, in my opinion, it's a rock that we mainstream has been missing for a while, in my opinion.
Yeah.
But that's again my opinion. And $5 will get you a coffee at Starbucks. So
there you go. Yeah, there you go. Yeah. Or it gets you a bottle of whiskey at least, right? Hopefully. Well, maybe not today. Maybe not nowadays. No.
Right. I was going to say $10.
Maybe get you a glass of rot gut whiskey, but
right.
Yeah. Well,
no, I always believed that no matter what the music, there's an audience for it. You just have to find them.
Yeah. I think that can be said for just about anything. I mean, whether it be radio or music or. It can be said for anything.
Novels.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
because I'll listen to some music and I'll be like, this is the most awful shit I've ever heard. And then 10 people will be like, this is the greatest thing I've ever heard. I'm like, to each his own.
There you go. Yeah. At least somebody will like it. Yeah.
Well, like we were talking about earlier, is keeping it simple. the KISS method.
Yeah.
Keep it simple, stupid. And it's that sometimes simpler is better too. And the average person is probably. I don't want to say it.
Well, the average non-musician, they want 4 chords and to nod their head.
And here's the thing:
they want
look at "Achy Breaky Heart" back in the early '90s. Was that early '90s? Two chords, and a goofy idea, but it sold 50 million copies.
Yeah,
because it did a line dance to it, and it was marketable. It's timing, it's all the things. But there's a great example: 2 chords and a hokey, mullet guy that danced around. He's a good-looking dude and kind of sang okay, and there you go, right? It's like
AC/DC's lived on 4 chords for 50 years.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you got like Chris Isaak's "Wicked Game" too. I mean, that's just 3 chords.
Yeah.
The entire song.
Yeah.
It's the easiest song in the world to play, but like everybody's covering it, and it's.
But
like,
then you turn around, you listen to a song like. Which amazes me when you listen to a song like Hotel California, it's got 7, 8 chords in it.
Yeah.
And you're like, and people love that one. But it's the story. It's that you can visualize it, right? Like it's the groove. It's all the things. It's just lightning in a bottle, right? It's
and it's sparking a different emotion.
Yep. Yeah. Especially when everybody hates California, but it's fine.
See, and sometimes if I'm stuck on a writing, I'm overthinking it, and that's where I just go back to basics, simple.
Keep it simple, stupid. Yeah.
Yeah. As long as that simple doesn't take away. If it needs to be complicated, then it needs to be.
Yeah. But, yeah. That's only if it needs to be.
If it needs to be.
Yeah, because you.
But I think also
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, just I mean, there's also invoking that that feeling, et cetera, et cetera. And that's where it comes in is, and you can't beat people over the head consistently with melodramatics and you've got to have some fun. You got to, that's what what's great about music is you can hear a song and it can take you back to your high school or a summer where you fell in love or a trip you went on, and it can again it takes you back instantly and all of a sudden before you know it you're walking a lighter and you're smiling. You got this big smile. People look at you, you're driving down the road and you're singing and smiling. People look at you and just kind of roll their eyes at you because you're looking like a goofy son of a bitch. But it invokes that feeling, right? It's that emotion.
Yeah. Yeah, most definitely. I know there are songs from my childhood that I still go back and listen to, and it just brings you right back to where you were, when you first heard it, and it's
Yep.
I know one of them is my guilty pleasure, and that is Blue Dabba Dee by Eiffel 65.
Oh, nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, when I decided that I was going to do music, the song that did it I was a young guy too, was Who's Crying Now from Journey.
You were a young guy then. Settle down. Come on.
The piano line in that is what drew me in. And because I never really been around rock music with piano necessarily, it was all, pretty straightforward stuff. And that broke through. I could tell that broke an emotional barrier. And I was like, I want to do that.
When was that released?
Oh man, 70s.
Yeah, 70s. Yeah.
I was gonna say, yeah.
I was a young guy.
Yeah, I was gonna say if it had been any later than that, I was like, didn't you ever hear of ELO?
Well, but ELO was a little more fun rock. It wasn't emitting that sorrow that that song delivers. Is just like, wow.
Whoa! Did you say Deliverance? That's a different song. That's banjos.
Yeah, you got.
You're right.
You got a pretty mouth, boy. All right, we're not getting into that. We've got.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'm drowning again.
Yeah, we're drowning again. So I did want to ask.
And I think every musician probably has that moment where they're into music and then they're like, okay, I want to do this.
Yeah.
That's exactly how it was with me. I know that I grew up in a musical family, and then I went to go to my first real concert when I was like 16 or 17 years old, and I saw my favorite band.
Who was it?
It was Project Revolution 2007. It was in Bristol, Virginia, I think.
Oh.
The Nissan Pavilion.
You got banjos.
Yeah, there was no banjos.
Oh, in Virginia, there's some somewhere.
No, there was no banjos. It was a rock concert. I got to see Linkin Park, and but I was there to see was my favorite band, which is Him, and they were on the ticket. And I as soon as I saw them live and saw the rest of the show, I was like, I don't want to just listen to music. I want to create music. Like I want to do that. Like not just listen to it, but I want to be able to do that. And so that, I don't know if it was that summer or the summer after, I started working to save up for my first guitar, and I did that, and I taught myself how to play the guitar, and I've been making music ever since, and now I make radio.
Yeah. See, kids today, they got it easy learning guitar. You got YouTube instructionals. I mean, back when I did it,
Ultimate Guitar app.
You had I bought my first guitar. I was 14, and I had a little Fender Champ amp. It sounded like dog shit.
Yeah.
No effects. And you just start learning. You try, they were my dad wrote out the basic chords he was like, there you go. That's all I know, And yeah, that was a long journey playing guitar, learning guitar.
For me too, I grew up in a somewhat musical family. My dad was a very good musician. He never performed live, like just, sitting around the house, jamming and playing, singing. He died when I was 7, so he was always. I have 3 older sisters, and my youngest sister's 10 years older than me, so she was 17 when he died. So he never got to see me become a musician, and I mean, he'd have been over the moon. But he was one of those guys that could pick up any instrument and give him a few minutes, he could pluck something out and play it. Like he just,
Right.
I didn't get that part of it, unfortunately, but I think he probably would have been one of those obnoxious parents, like, come to the live show and be like, "Oh my God, Dad, sit down, sit down, sit down."
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My dad was when I played my first show, he was literally right up front, just like filming all of it, and
Right.
That's awesome.
yeah. So I was
As a parent myself, that's the biggest joy, right? Seeing your child living out their dream and doing what they love to do.
Mhm. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. And then when I went into radio, he was like, "How are you doing that?" And I'm like, "Well, I can show you how to do that. How I'm doing this right now. It's not, but it I don't know. It takes. I'm not going to say that radio takes any skill. I mean, it doesn't, but it does take a certain voice, to do it. But it's not. I don't know.
Well,
Well, I've always said I should have been in radio because I got a face for radio.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. You got a face for radio. Okay. Yeah.
yeah. But
I think
takes
it's that you have to have that je ne sais quoi, right? That to be able to speak clearly and form thoughts on the fly, tell interesting stories, and keep it flowing. That is a skill that a lot of people don't have. So don't sell yourself short with that.
Yeah. I mean, we've been doing this, and we've been doing that this entire time. So
Yeah.
right.
Yep.
yeah. Well, I appreciate that. I mean, you're making me blush over here. So.
We love you, man.
Yeah, thanks for all the support you give, not just us, but all the artists, man. Like it's admirable, and it gives us. You're giving us our voice, right? Like you're getting our music out to the
An avenue,
masses,
an outlet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
A
that
platform.
we otherwise wouldn't have.
Yeah, a
So
platform.
yeah, platform. Thank you.
Yeah.
See, there you go. That's why you're in radio. You
Yeah.
got the words.
Yeah. God, you're just making me blush even more and more over here. This isn't about me,
Too
it's
much
about you.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
But so what are your guys' plans for the rest of 2026? Frank, I know you and Billy are going down to the ISSA Awards in August, right?
We are.
Yep.
Are you going to play
Yep.
it?
That'll be fun. No, we're not going to play it. I'm sure we'll be jamming out there at the pool, though.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That
I
to
remember.
me,
I remember
that's
that.
the best. That's the best fun at the whole place. Just you got a whole hotel full of musicians all out at the fire pit jamming and singing along and having a good time.
It would be fun to
Yeah.
do to perform there for sure, and maybe obviously not this year. It's coming up too quick, but I'm interested. It's gonna be my first time, so I'm pop my cherry on the ISSA Awards. So
Yeah.
it'll be fun.
Yeah.
I want to get to experience it and take it all in and go from there.
Just prepare for the hangover after the pool party afterwards.
Oh yeah,
just prepare.
I've
for
got a
that.
cure for the hangover.
Yeah.
Just stay drunk.
There you go. Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just prepare for the hangover, because I remember the last time I was there, they
You got a little tipsy. I'm not gonna lie.
I got properly fucked up is what happened.
Oh yeah.
And it's partly responsible, or I'm responsible for most of it, but Michael Bate got me a Jaeger bomb at the bar at the after party,
Ooh.
and then
Oh, shots. Oof.
yeah, and then Tim Steinruck and the Mighty One, somehow they ended up in my vehicle, and we were going to the pool party, and I'm like, "Where are we going?" And they're like, "We're going to the after party." I'm like, "What after party?" They're like, "We're going to the pool party,"
Yeah.
and I'm like, "Uh-oh!" And they stopped at the local convenience store or whatever, and I'm like, Tim comes out and he's holding a thing of IPA beer,
Right.
and he drops it in my lap. I'm like, "What's this for?" He's like, "It's for you." And I'm like, "No, I've already had it." He's like, No, you'll need it." I'm like, "Oh, okay." So
Well, I forget his name, but the drummer for the Mighty Ones, he come rolling in with what looked like a hand truck full of 30 packs. I mean, oh my
Mhm.
God, there was
Yeah, and
yeah.
that was the same trip. But like
He was making friends all over the place.
yeah, I woke up out of a drunken stupor from the bar from the after party, and I'm like,
See?
Right.
and like
That
Tim's like dropping like a case of IPAs in my lap, and I'm like, what the hell is this for? He's like, it's for you, and I'm like, no, I don't need any more. He's like, no, believe me, you'll need it. And I'm like, okay, all right.
that
Yeah.
that's see that was your second mistake. It's asleep. You feel great when you go to bed. You just and then you wake up feeling like shit. So you
Yeah.
just
Well, no,
plow through, you know,
I woke up talking to the guitar player of the Mighty One, Randy Robertson. We were talking some life philosophy shit, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense, and like I'm just like, I'm talking to him, and then Tim opens my door and drops a 6 case of IPAs in my lap. Like I said, I was like, "What is this for?" And he said, "It's for you," and I'm like, I don't need this." And he said, "Yeah, you do." He just shut the
for the
door.
next party.
Yeah. So
Yeah, he's like, we're about to go into phase 2 here.
yeah, because I wasn't aware that there was an after party, and I'm like, okay,
Yeah.
I've literally been kidnapped by a rock band, and
That's
Yeah.
hilarious.
No, the
Well, at this point, you're not gonna be there this year. Damn it.
yeah,
the hotel
I'll be there next
people-
year.
the hotel people are pretty amazing. They do get a couple complaints. They just, you know, because we were out there last time till 3:30 in the morning. You know,
See,
just
I live in Nevada, man. 3:30. That's still early.
well in a motel or in a hotel
In
common
Georgia.
area in Georgia. That's a little radical.
You know what's the last call there? 1:30, 2 o'clock.
I have no idea.
I don't know. Yeah,
That's one thing when we're playing with the band. We'd be playing these gigs in California, and they're going, "Last call."
Last call, yeah.
I'm going, what? Wait, what? Last call. We haven't even started drinking yet. Well, then wait a minute. Shit.
Yeah,
well, I remember
Nevada doesn't have a last call.
No, 24 hours, baby, 24/7.
I remember the last time I went to that pool party. I don't know if it was you or if it was the Mighty. It might have been both of you, but somebody was talking about, well, Doc can stay with us. Do you have room in your room for him? And I'm like, they really are kidnapping me. They really are
Right.
kidnapping me.
So who would you wake up spooning you? That's the question. Was it
did.
Frank in his loincloth?
No,
I think his girlfriend finally drove him home.
yeah. My well, she was my girlfriend at the time, but my manager, she was like, no, I got to take him back home. He's got work to do, and what I don't know what I don't know what I don't remember what excuse she gave, but yeah,
Right.
But yeah, like I'm pretty sure it was you and Tim Steinruck. They were like, you two were talking back and forth about, you have room in your room for him to stay, right? And he's like, I don't, but you do, right? And I might, but you want to go to the pool in the morning? I'm like, these guys are really like these rockers are really legitimately kidnapping me. Like, and yeah, but not saying fortunately that I wouldn't like to have done that, but yeah.
Well, you're gonna miss this year when Frank shows up in his loincloth and adopting his Tarzan his Tarzan persona at the pool.
Well,
Right.
I'm working on being there next year, so
Yeah.
I just got, like I said earlier, I just got to the game a little late, so
Well, just come join the party. Just gonna throw that
I
out
was
there.
gonna say you can still go.
that is true.
I'm sure you can find some of the spoon.
Oh God.
Of course, don't forget. You got to remember, spooning often leads to forking.
Right.
Oh God.
And
Yeah.
forking can sometimes lead to knifing. So you don't go too far.
Yeah, I go back to work like the next weekend, next Friday, and they're like, "What did you do?" And I said, "I woke up next to Tarzan."
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah, there you go.
Just think of the stories you'll tell your grandkids.
And,
Yeah, there you go. Yeah.
and right now, somebody just typed in, "Oh, that's the name of the monkey. It wasn't Cheetah. It was Doc."
Oh God. Oh Lord. Oh my God. Yeah.
Come on, get your matching loincloths, boys. Come on. Be fun.
Yeah, I can already imagine the comments on the show anyway, so just keep going.
All in good fun. All in good
Yodelay-hoo.
Always. So, is there, with that said, is there anything that you would like to tell your fans that might be listening out there?
Yeah, we got the 2 new songs. We kind of dropped them as singles. Come out July 24th. They'll be on all the platforms. And then you can get the whole EP that comes out the 29th. We're just going to drop it all. Just get it out there. So,
and this next video for Whiskey Ride is going to be a fun one. It's like a naughty Pixar video, so it's kind of fun.
Right? Yeah. No, and that one, that probably in the next week or so that'll hit the airwaves.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they just heard Whiskey Ride a little earlier, so yeah.
And we just got to now. Anybody that has a connection to any whiskey distillery, if you have a connection, let us know. They might want to use that song for advertising. Shoot them our way, please.
Advertising whiskey.
All it'll do is cost you a case of your whiskey being shipped to the ISSA Awards Show August 20th in Atlanta, Georgia, and we'll pass it around. We promise we'll share some.
All right.
Oh my god. Yeah, you're just making me want to go there.
Yeah, see, come on.
No, I would just show. I would just show up for the after party. I wouldn't go to.
You can be my +1. Come on.
Okay.
Too much fun.
All right. I'll consider.
But yeah, thanks everyone for listening and tuning in, and we're getting so much love and support from all the songs. It's been a fun ride already, and I look forward to seeing where these next 2 songs take us and where the next batch of songs comes. So yeah, keep listening to Tarzan Reno. We appreciate all the love and support.
Yep, and you can hear him right here on Ecstasy Radio. Guys, thank you so much for being here. I really, really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for coming on.
It's been fun talking to you and getting to know you. Thanks, Doc. I appreciate all your support.
Hey, it's no problem. That's what I do.
All right. We'll see you later, buddy.
We'll see you later, guys. Thank you so much.
Thanks, brother.
Again.
Cheers.
Cheers. Bye. And those are my very, very good friends, Frank and Billy from Tarzan and Reno. Guys, you are always welcome back on the show. Always, always, always. And I most definitely hope you do come back. Let's keep the rock and rolling here, guys. I've got Chroma next with their song Catch the Whip, so I'll catch you guys back here in a bit. You're listening to Ecstasy Radio, your #1 free rock and metal radio show. Rock on.
Enough to make your ligaments buckle and your nose bleed. Enough to make your whole vocabulary parakeet and the style that you mimic. Quit it. I can only try and catch your body every minute. You can only try and kill a giant and with it. Try and catch a whip and get your wrist split from it. You get the switch and them cuts on your heart and your mind. Take it, making your vocabulary mine. The ship can't run into the walls of the tunnels. Like a juggernaut, gripping the ride of the rat. Guess your rip will get swallowed on. Your vocabulary mine. Guess your rip will get swallowed on. The ship can't run into the walls of the daedalus. Like a juggernaut gripping the right direct. Guess who will get swallowed? Your vocabulary mine. Guess who will get swallowed? Enough to make your ligaments sparkle and your nose bleed. Enough to make your whole vocabulary parakeet and style that you mimic. Quit it. I can only try and catch your body every minute. You can only try to kill a giant, then with it try and catch a whip and get your wrist split from it. You get the switch and it cuts on your heart and your mind, making your vocabulary mine. You fill me up, just let me down. You fan the flame just to smother it. You shed a light, then let it down. You pull me down to the black abyss. Stuck in this dark zone. Without cold, this heart's grown. Pick up another piece to fall apart. Falling deeper as I creep into the catacombs. But you don't even know the half when you're thrown into the world just to write your epitaph. Never looking back cause they never give a chance when they promise you the world but deliver petulance. It's not hard to be jaded when their shades of jade made you take on their hatred. And weight never lifted, the burden erasing all feelings of hope and the feeling forsaken. But now I'm awakened, lost sight but I'll never be mistaken. Took all my energy up just to let you take it. You know it's something that you'll never get away with. You build me up, just let me down. You fan the flame just to smother it. You shed a light, then let it down. You pull me down to the black abyss. See you cracked in a mask. What's the tragedy? I'm here from a land. Tear me down, put these walls up. Let you show me how you really wanna act. Let the dirt in the past, but you're digging up great. So let's get to it. You broke the book on how to feel useless. Strike us all down when it comes down to it. And I won't bite my tongue just to let you feel strong. The hate you bred is lit in your blood all along. And you can wait all you want to hear my swan song. Let it all fall in the dark I crawl. Watching the kiss to their own downfall. You build me up, just let me down. You fan the flame just to smother it. You shed a light, then let it down. You pull me down to the black abyss. Blood of the sun, freeze me solid. Shackle my mind with your toxin. It's catabolic. Tread every atom in my body till I'm catatonic. Tell me, is this what you wanted? You're so fucking toxic. You're so fucking toxic. You're so fucking toxic.
This is Frank
and Billy
from Tarzan Reno, and you are listening to Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show.
With the one and only Doc.
I'm here for you, she said, and we can stay for a while. My boyfriend's gone, we can just pretend. Lips that need no introduction. Now who's the greater sin? Your drive I seem to invite. Where do we begin? Was this over before it ever began? Your kiss, your calls, your crutch, like the devil's got your head. This was over before it ever began. Your lips, your lies, got lost, like the devil's in your hands. Everyone in this town is seeing somebody else. Everybody's tired of someone. Our eyes wander for help. Prayers that need no answer now. I'm tired of who I am. You were my greatest mistake. I fell in love with your sin, your littlest sin. Was this over before it ever began? Your kiss, your calls, your crutch, like the devil's got your head. This was over before it ever began. Your lips, your lies, got lost, like the devil's in your hands. Failure is your disease. You were my all-night drug. You were my greatest failure. Discourse your saving Was this over before it ever began? Your kiss, your calls, your crutch, like the devil's got your head. This was over before it ever began. Your lips, your lies, got lost, like the devil's in your head. Was this over before it ever began? Your kiss, your calls, your crutch, like the devil's got your head. This was over before it ever began. Your lips, your lies, got lost, like the devil's in your hands. Discourse your saving When you came into my life, I'd found nothing more could ever keep me from you. A cure for my disease. First you learn to fly, then you learn to fall down. What keeps you hanging on? Even if I wanted to, I'd never let you down. Even if I wanted to,
Hey, I'm Doc, and I'm the host of Ecstasy Radio, your number one free rock and metal radio show. Guys, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I do appreciate it. Unfortunately, I do have to end the show now, but you guys know me. I'm never one to leave you empty-handed. I say it every single time. I'm never one to leave you empty-handed. What I've got up last is the newest single from 3 to 1. It's their cover of Tool's 3 Libras. So I'll leave you with that. Have a great and safe week, everyone. Thank you again so much for tuning in, and please do like and subscribe to this channel if you do enjoy our content. It does help us out quite a bit. And so until later, rock on.